Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and we are finally getting to the Rokkets, and boy are they way stronger than I thought. I thought Madolches were gonna be the big stick around, but no, these Rokkets seem pretty crazy. So obviously we got 3 launch, we got 3 tracer if you watched my opening. We have these other event monsters, they're a little easy to get. Magna Rocket, Silver Rocket, Metal Rocket. He's a rare from the box. Pretty good. As for text, we're using World Legacy Succession. Target a monster in your graveyard, special summon it to a zone a link monster points to. We're using Dragon's Mirror to summon our Furious Dragon. Very important card, so you really want 3. It's a little old at this point, probably pretty hard to get. But it may be in that Hey Trunade box. Is this that Hey Trunade box? I don't know. No, a little newer than Hey Trunade. But still pretty important to get Furious Dragon out in this deck. We have Boot Sector Launch at 1 we'll get to in a moment. Then as for the 3 limits, we're using some 3 limit cards. The new Mind Control, the new Ice Dragon's Prison, and the old Compulsory Evacuation Device. Now, this card's crazy strong. It's like a special summon from your opponent's graveyard, and then you can use it to banish a monster they have, or just use it as a monster. Mind Control, use their monster as well. Very useful for stuff like link monsters. Now, usually they're pretty exclusive monsters. They require dragons or rockets, the little stuff. But we also have a Phoenix. We have Topologic Bomber Dragon. I didn't use it once. We have Borreload Dragon, used it all the time. Quad Barrel, used it a bunch. Booster Dragon, used it a bunch. So very efficient extra deck. I don't particularly want to go over what the monsters do. Rocket Tracer will destroy a card, then special summon a monster from the deck, which is really useful with the skill we're using that I'll go over in a moment. Magna Rocket. When a link monster's effect is activated that targets this face-up card, you can destroy this card. That'll trigger a second effect to special summon a rocket card when it's destroyed by battle or card effect. Same with Silver, destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon a new one out, special summon a rocket when it's destroyed by battle or card effect. You see where I'm going with this? They all do that, except for Tracer, who can special summon from your deck. And you can always give him some fodder as long as you have a card in your hand. And Boot Sector not out because of Boot Launch. So, 3rd turn onward, you add a Dangerous Dragon to your graveyard. He does have some graveyard effects. Then you can, if you control a rocket monster, you can return 1 card to your hand, from your hand to your deck, set a Boot Sector Launch, which we can use as just a good card, or we can use it as fodder for a Tracer, like I said. A little bit of requirement for this skill: you must have 9 rocket monsters, which exactly we have, and your extra deck contains Borreload Dragon. So Konami said if you didn't pull in our box, you cannot use this skill. That is like a box limited skill, unless they count Furious. I don't know that they do. But yeah, they may have a box limited this skill, but it's a really good skill. It gets Boot Sector out. Boot Sector, special summon 2 rocket monsters from your hand with different names, or if your opponent has more monsters than you, special summon rocket monsters with different names in defense position. Up to the difference. Good spell card. Fodder for Tracer. All really cool. You'll see the monsters. You know Furious. Great text. Crazy good deck, guys. Very strong. I'm not showing the deck list. Here it is. Almost forgot it happens when I do those box opening videos. Very important stuff. Very strong deck. I was blown away with how strong it was. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Well, hello. Look who it is. It's Soulburner. We're on a 4-win streak. He is Salamangreat Great, and if you've seen some of my certain videos, you know I do not like Salamangreat Great. I love beating Salamangreat Great, so if this deck can clap Salamangreat Great, we're doing great. Now, whenever you start with Dragon's Mirror, it's going to be a really easy duel. You go with the Booster Dragon, who's 2 rocket monsters. He is a rocket monster, kind of. He requires rocket monsters, but he doesn't get the boost from your field spell or anything like that. Here's our Borreload Furious Dragon to go with the Booster Dragon. Now, Booster Dragon would be even more perfect if we had a monster in our graveyard. We don't, but if we did and he was destroyed by battle or card effect, even our own Furious Dragon's card effect, we would get to special summon the dragon from our graveyard. We don't have a dragon in our graveyard yet though, so we're working on that. He searches a Jaguar with Circle. He is in fact Salman Great. He's got Sidenet Mining to throw away that Jaguar, start with a debug, so he's starting with a very efficient hand. And he's gonna get clapped, guys. There's the debug searching the Gazelle. Now he turns the debug into a Balinix. Now this is where I'm going to say goodbye to my Booster Dragon and destroy the Balinix. Does slow him down a tiny bit, but doesn't obviously stop the turn because he did already search the Gazelle. He's able to mill the Falco, go with another Balinix. There's the Jaguar. Throwing the Falco back. The Falco. It is Falco. And then he goes with Sunlight Wolf. Mirror. Throws away Foxy. Sunlight Wolf. Adds Jaguar back. Such a boring deck. Here's Heat Leo. Now uses the Sanctuary he had in his hand all along. Goes into a second Heat Leo for the Heat Leo. Just absurd stuff. So, here's the Heat Leo cutscene. That's pretty cool, I guess. I usually skip through this, I'm guessing. Here he comes. He's going to make us lose a certain amount. Foxy's going to come on out. Destroy us. Hit us for a little bit of damage. Not a huge deal. We're at 1200 life. We have 2 monsters in hand. We banish our Furious Dragon to bring out the Booster Dragon. Here comes Tracer. We're going to use Borreload Dragon for that normal summon. Here's our field spell. Guess what we can do with that field spell? We're going to pop it. We're going to bring out a monster. There's a Silver Rocket. Guess what? That's 2+2. Sounds like 4 to me. That's the Borreload Dragon. Now we get a cutscene of our own. We'll show him a real Link monster. Not his little baby boss monster. We'll show him a big boy. So here we come. We're gonna lower a monster's attack by 500. We'll choose the Foxy and we'll steal the Leo. He's gonna use the Balinix for the Foxy, but he's in pure top deck mode. And we keep the Leo, buddy. It goes away in his end phase. He top decks and scoops. Gotta love when you beat Salman Greats. Good sign for a deck. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Gore. We're going second. So, facing Salman Greats, we clapped him. Now we're facing Gokeys, the real GOAT of Links. So I think Decodes are the real GOAT of Links, but they're so hard, no one plays them. So, he's Gokeys. Obviously an incredibly suboptimal start for Gokeys. He could have had a double negate out. That could have been a nightmare. But we start with Boot Sector launch. He had we didn't have monsters. We could special summon 2 from our hand with different names. And we haven't even used our normal summon yet. We're already starting with our Booster Dragon. As you see, I use Booster Dragon like every duel pretty much. Booster Dragon makes him 2400. We destroy the face down Twist Cobra. That gives him the suplex he so desperately needed. And we hit him for 2400, or we would if he didn't use a Kite Roy. There's a lot of good 2-limit cards you can use instead of Kite Roy. Here we're going to Compulsory Evacuation Device his suplex. That would have been a good play if he didn't have Headbat, and if he didn't have, or not even rematch. So he needed Headbat to continue those combos. He did have it, but yeah, I was worried about rematch. Even rematch, he wouldn't have been able to use. So he really needed that Headbat. He misplays though. Spoiler alert: he misplays. He doesn't get his master like super strong. So I just dunk on his master, and here it comes. He puts the wrong dude in the middle because he's trying to keep this Twist Cobra because Twist Cobra's effect is really good. But he put it in the wrong spot. You want to put him touching the master. Goes with the headbat again. He doesn't want their Scorpio search. He wants to keep their Scorpio. There's the Master Ogre. Destroys my poor Tracer. We don't use Tracer's effect. There's Booster Dragon. We'll use his effect, no problem. And then that brings out the Magna Rocket, who brings out the Silver Rocket in the end phase. Now all we gotta do is finish this boy off. We get the perfect card to do it in the Dragon Mirrors. We use our Boot Sector Launch because our opponent controls more monsters than we do. We're able to special summon one to tie it up. That gives us two. Look who it is. It's the Quad Borreload. We were not going to use the Dragon Mirrors all along. We used it to discard. We destroy the Master. We summoned 3 monsters. Why were we able to summon 3 monsters? Quad Borreload Dragon's pretty crazy. You discard a card, target a face-up monster on the field. You can't special summon Link 2 or lower monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, but destroy that target. Then, if there's a Link monster, you can special summon any number of Rocket monsters with different names from your hand or graveyard up to the Link rating. He was a Link 4, so we were able to summon 3 different Rocket monsters with different names. We still have the quad to swing over the defense position Twist Cobra. And then look at this damage. Even with the Kiteroid, we're coming at him for lethal. No matter which way you slice this, all thanks to Boot Sector, really showed off the power of this deck without even our bigger monsters. This was all done with the little monsters. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Supreme King Jaden. We're going second. Let's see what our boys got for us. So he starts with the normal summon of an Ibly. Goes into a Mermaid. Now we're gonna start with our Borreload launch. He gave us this Ibly, so the only thing we'd really be able to summon is Phoenix. But I don't really need to summon Phoenix. These monsters are stronger than Phoenix. So we'll keep it like this. Now he's going to Dark. Search a Dark, so now we know he is Thunder Dragons. Let's see where he goes from there. No other play. We're going to bring out Tracer. We're going to Xyz Quad Borreload Dragon. Now we're going to use Quad Borreload to destroy Ibly. We couldn't use Tracer because she doesn't let us special summon, so she wouldn't let us activate the effect from the get. Had to be Quad Borreload. Is just actually such a crazy useful card. So we blew that out. Special summon the Silver Rocket, but I don't think the Silver Rocket can attack. And then we get our Furious Dragon. So being the Silver Rocket can't attack, we use them to destroy the Dark. And now we can finish him off with one fail swoop. Or we could have if he didn't have Temperance. So he does have Temperance. We're going to peck at him for 1,000. But we get our Silver Rockets. Special summon, that's going to be Tracer. Tracer could destroy our field spells, bring out a monster. He could destroy himself. He could destroy that. Fierce Dragon could destroy something. Here our boy's roaring out a roar. Then he's got a Hawk. We're ready for him though. We have a moment of disruption for what the biggest, baddest boss monster he's able to pull out. So far it's just a Phoenix going to destroy our field spell. I could have changed Tracer and stopped that. I probably should have changed Tracers, but I don't think his effect's negated. Yeah, should have done Tracer to destroy that and bring out another monster. Missed opportunity there. Now he brings out a duo. Unicorn is going to try to touch my Furious Dragon, so we'll just target himself and destroy the duo. Now I'm going to destroy my quad and bring out a Metal Rocket. Should have just done that with the field spell though. Here he can't destroy the Metal Rocket, obviously. It's only 1500 over there. We get the Dillingerous. We got a quick launch, so we're going to take off in this fool's face. We bring out a Tracer again. When a Rocket Monster special summon, you get the Dillingerous Dragon. The special summon from your graveyard, he counts as 2. That means 2 plus 2 is 4. Look who we pulled out on our boy after he managed to kind of break our field. Couldn't even fully break our field, but here we are. Now that's a serious Link monster, guys. He's literally monsters linked, and he's massive. It's the Borreload Dragon. What are we gonna do? We got a Furious Dragon bringing out the Quad Barrel right back. Borreload's gonna lower him by a 500. Then we're just gonna hit him for 2k. Nothing fancy. We don't gotta use Borreload's other effects. We'll just swing over him. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Taya. We're going first. We're gonna catch a rank up. This deck was clapping, no problem. These guys did not stand a chance in Platinum. So here we have Ice Dragon's Prison, Quick Launch, Dragon's Mirror, all our sick techs, and then we even got Tracer. So really, just amazing hands. We're gonna go into Booster Dragon. That's gonna be Furious Dragon. There we go. We're gonna set the Ice Dragon's Mirror, boost up our boy, and take it from there. Now he is Magician Girls, so he's gonna start with Berry, search his Kiwi. I think he misplaced with this Kiwi. Tough misplay, but oh no, I think she has to be on the field for them to not be destroyed or targeted. So here we swing into the Magician Girl with the Metal Rocket. Important that we do it in that order, because then we use the Furious Dragon to destroy the apple with the Metal Rocket as fodder. Now we're gonna hit him for 3,500. Now wait, you thought Ice Dragon Prison was for removal, so you could banish monsters from the field and all that nonsense, but why not? Let's just steal his monster for lethal. It's really just that easy. So great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing an Arcana. We're going first. Let's see what our boy's got for us. He has a trick up his sleeve. We have a Quick Launch and a Dragon's Mirror, so it's going to be a really good first turn for us. That's why we have these cards of 3. We're going to go with the Magna Rocket, and then we got the Metal Rocket, and then we got the Boot Sector Launch. Didn't really need to use the Boot Sector Launch, but I wanted to do it while I controlled Rocket Monsters, just in case I didn't control too many Rocket Monsters later. So this is pretty good. We have pretty much everything we could want. Maybe a trap would be pretty cool too, but here's our Furious Dragon. Booster Dragon's going to boost him up to 3,500, and we're off. So he's going to Mystical Space Typhoon my field spell. That's why I said don't really need to use field spell like that. So Magician's Rod, Dark Magical Circle, sets 2, plays the Dark Magical Circle. That's our trigger to destroy Booster Dragon. Sadly, we don't have a monster in our graveyard to use his other effect. That's okay. Dragon's Mirror is live, but we want to just go 1 here. He's going to use Eternal Souls. We're going to Furious Dragon ourselves to destroy that Eternal Soul, thus destroying all his monsters, putting him in pure top deck mode. It's not a good mode to be in. He passes the turn. We're going to Borreload Launch once again, throwing the Dylandurus Dragon in there. Then we go Dragon's Mirror. Boom, Furious Dragon once again. Then we can just normal summon the beautiful Silver Rocket, and then just finish him off with some easy swings. So, we beat Gokeys, we beat Salman Great, we beat Dark Magician, we beat all sorts of other stuff. We even beat the almighty Thunder Dragons. So, crazy deck, guys. I was crazy impressed by how strong it is, and this is the pure version. This is the Borreload Launch skill, no messing around Rockets. You just really want that fusion card. You really want Dragon's Mirror. It might be in a selection box at this point, I want to say. I'll have to look. Selection box, or I know it's in an older box. I don't think it's in a structure deck or anything yet. Other than that though, crazy archetype. If you pulled it, it's pretty strong. I don't think you will be disappointed. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.